All right, guys, so we're gonna give you guys a progression for learning how to do the ring dips today. First thing you wanna do is establish just if you can hold yourself on the ring. So good idea is just to set the rings up relatively low, maybe about your armpits, even lower if this is really new to you. And then the first thing you're gonna do is just work to jump and do a static hold. The rings are gonna wanna go out, so try to pull them in. Static hold being here, nice and tight. And then once you guys can establish that, typically you'd partner up and have someone hold those rings for you. But if you know you can do that, then you're gonna start to work in negatives. So that's gonna be a good strength builder, but not tons of reps on those because you don't wanna get too sore. So have you guys jump up, do that static hold. Once you're at the top, you're gonna let that head and chest sink through. Work to keep the rings nice and tight, and take your hands into your armpits. Again, think about having your hands go from your pockets to your armpits. You don't want the rings to wander at all. So I jump up to that static hold, head and chest forward, hands to armpits nice and slow. Then from there, if you guys start to build some strength, we'd start to work a jumping ring dip. So very similar to a jumping pull-up. The idea is that you want to start at the bottom of your ring dip. So you'd set your rings up about where mine are, so that when I'm at the bottom, I can get my elbows above my shoulders. Feet are still planted on the ground nice and firm. I'm just gonna jump and press, hold it at the top for just a second or two, and then drop from that. So again, jump and press, drop, making sure that you can control that top portion. And then once I establish those, that's when I can start to build in some of those ring dips. Especially if I have that negative, I'm starting to work the bottom of that jumping ring dip, jumping a little less, start to go from 1 foot, jump and press to make it a little bit more difficult. And then eventually what we're looking for, obviously, is you to just keep your feet off the ground and do a regular ring dip. Key points are just having those hands go from armpits to pockets, actively pulling the rings in as you press them down, and also letting that head and chest come through so you can balance yourself with your feet off the floor. And that's your ring dip.